Good morning, it's October 21st, 2020. I'm Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube. We're right in the middle of Stitch-tober, so I have tons of stuff to show you. I'm super excited to show you. I've loved seeing everyone's Fright Night progression, which is right here. This is our PDF. I'm gonna just jump right in and kind of show you what I did this week and then what I have to do next week. So, I have my little cross-stitch journal. Let's see, the first day would have been the 14th. Okay, so I worked on Harvest Blessings by Hands on Design. And this one I changed the colors. So I did this part. It only took about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, which is not much. And so what I do love about this pattern is there's not very many colors. So it's very simple. I'm just using 14 count chalkboard black. And actually I didn't change the colors. I used the quilt kit, the cross stitch kit. It's the other one that I changed colors on that I'm going to show you. Sorry, there's two text ones. And I wasn't supposed to add this yet, but I went ahead and added it so that when I get to this section over here, it's kind of done. So I don't think this is on the schedule for next week. So I'm not going to work on this for another 2 weeks. So that's kind of fun. But I love doing text. So that was fun. And this one's going to be kind of big, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And then this is left over from the kit. If I have an extra skein, I just kind of leave it with the pattern and then put it on the floss bitties later. So that was my first day. My second day and fourth day were mix and match. So this was on October 15th and this was on October 17th. So what I love about this is once you get the border done, filling in is super easy. These only took me about an hour and a half each. So super easy. This week I've got to do this one and this one. So I'm super excited. This is the Lori Holt free border and then you insert with her stitch cards. So I've got everything in here. This is why I have a bigger bag because it's got so much stuff in here. So I did put my floss in here just because there's so many patterns going on. And then this is set F. Oops. This is the thread pack that I bought and it tells me exactly what colors go in which square, which is great. So Denise put that together. If you don't buy the thread set, you can also get this on our website or our blog. And from set C, I use this one. And from this one, it will be this one, this block. And then this one will be this one. This is the free border layout. And I will be using the crow. And this one was this one. So there's a lot going on with this one, but any of her stitch cards or little quilt blocks all are 24 by 24. So you need 9. So really you could just buy 3 of these. You don't have, each of these has 4 in it. I'm just doing mine exactly like Lori's, and then at the end we're going to do a video on how to finish it the way that Lori put together. So that was day 2 and 4. My next one was Fright Night. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. I love it. This is, so this is my Fright Night. This is the PDF that we're selling. This was week 1 right here, and then week 2. This is week 3, and then Friday will be week 4, which will be down here. Now, one thing that I did do is I cheated and did the awning. I had a little bit of extra time, so this technically is part of week 4, but I just am trying to get ahead, so I've just got a little bit more to go. But just cheat, if I have extra time, I'll cheat on the next section, and I thought it would be kind of fun to show you a little hint. I love how this is coming out. I want to show you the difference. It's not much, but if you look here, I'm stitching mine on 14 count Hazy Gray by Fabric Flair. Cheryl stitched hers on 28 count Hazy Gray by Fabric Flair. And if you look, I did my stitches in a row instead of square by square, and Cheryl did hers 1x at a time. So you can actually see when you look up here at this roof, there's a lot of variegation. And she keeps 2 strands together and you get a lot more variegation. When you look at mine, I do the loop method and I just stitch whatever's fastest. So you can get 2 different looks, but in the end, when this is sitting in your house, nobody's gonna know. And I do have to go fast. So it just looks a little bit different. And you can also see her house is looking a little bit lighter. Mine is a little bit darker. So that's really fun. But I love this one. And then we're gonna also do a finishing on this one, a finishing video. So that was day 3. We already did day 4. Now we're gonna go to day 5, trucking along October. Here we go. So let's see. So in here, you can see that I store my thread differently on different ones. Sometimes I just throw it in there. Sometimes I put it on a ring. I just kind of do whatever I feel like at the moment. This beautiful bag is from Layla May Designs. You can find her and her sister on Facebook. So this is Trucking Along October. I was thinking December. Who knows what I was thinking? But here's October. So the way that I always break these up on any of the trucking alongs is I do the banner first, I do the left border, the right border, the truck, and then the bottom. So what I'm gonna do different here is on the truck, I'm gonna leave the kitty cat off. I'm just gonna have nothing there. I'm gonna put Piggy, which is my little dog right here. And then on the bottom, I'm not gonna put a chicken. I'm just gonna probably do a banner, and I might just add, maybe do five daisies or whatever that is. So, but you'll see that I leave, this is the ending part right here. It's very little. That way I do a lot at the beginning. So this took me, let's see, about, not very long. It only took me like an hour and a half because I had cheated on the week before and already gone here. So I only had this. So, and when I do this one, kind of what I will do is I will outline the truck first to get kind of my spacing, and then I will just go in and start filling in. So that is October. The next one is also by Stitching with the Housewives, Calvin and Trixie. These I keep getting confused because it's similar. So this one, you can see here, I just threw all my stuff in here. I do, once I start, I throw away the plastic bag that it comes in just to save time. So on this one, luckily, I got ahead. So this is Hazy Gray 14 count, which is also the same thing I'm stitching on Fright Night. The first week I did this. This is the second week, and then here. Now the reason I kept going up here, I'm gonna do this in 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Right here is a little witch. So I don't really decorate with witches, so Priscilla and Chelsea were so nice, I begged them to draw me a piggy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in the piggy, then I'll fill in the black and the black and the black, and then I'll go back in and fill in the checkerboard. So I love the colors, and I did change the white pumpkins to aqua. The color that I used is, I forgot to write down. Key Largo. I need to write that down. So I'll write that down in my book so I have it for next time. This is going to be super cute. I really like it. And I really had fun doing the checkerboard. I wasn't really sure. I kind of got a little bit more efficient as I went. I'm not used to doing checkerboard, so as I kind of went, I got faster. And then I didn't want to stop. And that took me a little less than 2.5 hours, so not very long. The next one did take me a long time, and I love it. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So this is Pumpkins for Sale by Lori Holt. I have all of the floss on my floss biddies, and you can see I just put my Weeks Dye Works on top, and they have different decorations, but I kind of just threw this in. So you can see if it's a few things, I kind of keep it neat. If it's a lot, I just kind of start throwing stuff. I love this. We're also going to do a finishing on this one. And just so y'all know, the finishing, Denise is behind the scenes, and she just tells me what to do because I don't know how to do any of it. This was so fun. So what I did is I started over here. It took me about 8 hours. But I started over here, and I just went from left to right. So I did this, and then I decided the crows was originally going to be in the last week, which is next week. But I decided that I had enough time, put those in. So next week, all I have to do is this little part, which is the sign. Now, one thing, if you saw my picture that was posted yesterday, you might have noticed there was a couple of green things missing. So I had to do those late last night. Those weren't finished when we did the photo. But I love it, and on this one, I'm using Weeks Dye Works, and then the model that Denise did, she used DMC. So I really have just a little bit left to go, and then we're gonna film that. That's gonna be one of our pre-filmed videos, I think, so we can do that next week. But it was really fun. I kind of just did the green, I did the dark green, then the light green, and then the flower, and then I kind of just, I don't know, it was really fun. I really like doing stuff like this where it's not fill in. So, and I love the little flower. So this is so cute. I don't know where I'm gonna put this in my house, but I am like saving a spot for it next year. And then for next week, the only one that is not in this set is going to be this one, which is autumn typography. I'm gonna do scarecrows and autumn. So, and you can see this one, I haven't got very far, so everything's very neat. It's all neat. So you can see sometimes I put it on floss biddies, sometimes I put it on floss flowers. This is the thread pack. Okay, this is the one that I changed the colors on. So Denise put this together. This is the original version that Sandra did. And then here's my version. And this is what I need to do this week is right here, scarecrows and autumn. So that's actually today I need to do that. So I just need to do that. So I don't know, I hope it'll just take me a couple hours. So that is my Stitch-tober. That's a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put everything back in this box. Let me know if you'll have questions, and I can pull out anything and show you as I go. Yeah. I've really had fun with Stitch-tober and doing stuff this way where I break it up by day. So I'm going to continue doing that. We're going to have some sew-alongs next in December. We're going to have a sew-along in February. We might have something in March, and we're definitely having something in May. So that's kind of how we're going to do this because it really helps me a lot. One of the main questions that I see when I look at comments, because I do read all the comments, is how do you get so much done? A little bit each day. So no days off and a little bit each day. So that's how I get a lot done. And even with all this, I did a whole quilt. I did designer mystery. I did the finishing, which took me, oh my goodness, forever. And I've been working on another quilting sew-along that we're gonna start in January. Ooh. And I made a pillow yesterday. So if you want to see the pillow, it's not finished, but I did a pillow, so I'm going to show it Friday's live stream on the Fat Quarter Shop channel. Mm-hmm. So I've been busy, a little busy bee.
Yes. Question from MJ. Kimberly gets such nice coverage on the fabric. I can't always say the same. Will railroading help, and any other tips?
So I would say railroading will help. And I would say don't pull your floss too tight. So when you pull it through, don't yank it. I just kind of let it go fluffy. And if my stitches look tight, I pull them out. And I like to railroad. A lot of people don't because it takes too long. But once you get in a rhythm, it goes a little bit faster.
From Shabby Rose, when you do your 5 or 6 hours of stitching, do you do it at work, the office, or at home?
Both. Kind of depends. So, like last Thursday, I stayed home and I just started stitching. I stitched all day, like 8 hours. I have to have at least 8 hours to be able to get it done. But tomorrow, for example, I have a fabric meeting at 2 o'clock. So I'll come in, I'll probably turn my email completely off, and I will just stitch. And I just try to just go. And there's even more than this that I can't show you that I did. Mm-hmm. But I'm very, really what I do is I try to just sit in one place, turn everything else off. I'll watch them. I don't look at my email. I'll look at text and I'll reply to text, but I don't get that many. But I'll turn my email completely off and I will watch Hulu, Netflix, Spotify. I have a Spotify question for you later, Lilly. Ooh, okay. Also, because I got confused on that. Lilly was giving me tech advice this morning because I was like, I'm finally going to ask her. I've been trying to figure something out for 2 months. It took her like 30 seconds to tell me how to do it. But I just sit in my chair and just go. And I usually have like water or tea, and I just sit and go as long as I can. So like, for example, after this, I have to film 2 videos over here on the set. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here while Lily's doing the set, and I'm going to stitch like as much as I can before I go over there. And like yesterday, I went to a doctor's appointment. It was 2 hours, 45 minutes from start to finish. I was about to walk out. I was so frustrated because there was just too many people. I felt like my definition of 6 feet is not the same as the doctor's office definition, and I was kind of flipping out inside. But I got like an hour done of stitching because I'm just sitting there waiting. So.
From Crafting a Planned Life, how do you hoop and not distort areas where you've already stitched? I can't do the in-hand freestyle, but I don't want to damage my work.
So I would just not put your hoop over your previously done stitches. And some people who do put their hoop over that, they put felt in between, like on top of the stitches, so it doesn't smush as much. And Cheryl uses a spring tension hoop, and she puts it over everything, and you'll see her work next and you cannot tell. Her work is like pristine. So I think for each person, you just figure out kind of what works for you.
From Gourmet Law, how do you stitch the letters on autumn typography? Example for the H, how do you stitch across the full letter?
Okay.
Or do you stitch across the full letter? Sorry.
Okay, so I'll show you what I did. And this is actually Cheryl's. But what I do, I usually go from top to bottom. So I will do 2 stitches across, and then I just keep going down. I'll probably come back up here and then go across, up and down. And I just kind of, what I try to do is I always try to go from top to bottom because I feel like my stitches lie flatter. So, yeah, I mean, I might go across when I'm over here and then come back. I'll try to do it where I'm going to end up with the least amount of waste and the least amount of thread to cut off. I have been really getting a lot better about saving thread because all of the little ornaments that you see that I do with Priscilla and Chelsea, I don't buy anything. I just pull what's in my stash. And so I've learned how to be a little bit more efficient so that I don't have to spend money on more stuff. I've already got enough.
From Kathy Longo, what technique helps you stitch quickly?
The biggest thing is the Halo Go light that I use, because I don't have to pull out my stitches as much because I can see what I'm doing. So for example, on Saturday, I ran errands with Kevin to get his birthday gift, and so I didn't have my light in the car, and I kept having to pull the stitches out. So I find if I use the light, even if I'm just using Aida, I can see what I'm doing a lot quicker or a lot clearer, and so I don't have to pull as many stitches out. And also I make myself sit down. No breaks, no getting up, unless I have to go to the bathroom, but you know, I'm not getting up to do a million things. And my kids know when I do try to, if I'm at home, I'll try to do my stitching while my kids are in school, because then I have less distractions. Or like last night there was wrestling, and so I was like, okay, we can do wrestling, but you can't be too loud. And I put my headphones on and I just stitch. So I'm in the room with them, and I do talk to them, but you know what I mean, like, because I know all the wrestling stuff. It's ridiculous.
From Olga Romero, good morning from Colorado. Is there a PDF or blog on how to figure out stitch size when changing from example 32 count to 14 or 28 count cloth?
So you would take your stitch count that's on the pattern. So sometimes it'll say 120 by 90, and you divide that by the Aida equivalent, and that's your size. So if you're working with 28 count, the Aida equivalent is 14. So you would take 100 divided by 14. 90 divided by 14. If you're using 32 count, your Aida equivalent is 16. So you would take 100 divided by 16, or 90 divided by 16, and that's your finished size. So stitch count divided by Aida equivalent.
From Rosalind Parnell, how do you get a neat finish on the back of your stitching using the sew and hand method? And how does Cheryl produce such an amazingly neat finish on her projects?
So I'll show you the back of mine, and I'll show you the back of one of Cheryl's, and they're very similar. So let's see. This is mine. I gotta find one of Cheryl's. And okay, so what I do is I just try to keep my stitches tight, and then at the end I run through 4 to 5 stitches, and then I clip it off. When I clip it, I use the OmniGrid yellow scissors because they're super sharp. Don't ask me how many times I've cut my finger open, but they clip. I clip right to the right where I'm gonna pull that through. So you can see I pulled white through here, and I just clip it. Now Cheryl does the same thing, I'm assuming. So this is Cheryl's. It looks like Cheryl might go through more stitches than I do, but she also starts and stops. So she starts and covers her previous thread. I use the loop method. So you'll see more pull through on the back because she stitches over where she starts, because she's using 2 strands together, whereas I start with the loop method. And I mean, Cheryl's been doing this a lot longer than me, so she has much more experience than I do.
From Becky Stone, do you have a preference as to the attributes of the perfect stitching chair?
Okay, I do. So I have a recliner in my living room, and I don't like to use it for stitching because it's leaned back a little bit too much. I like to be very straight. So if I'm going to be in the living room with my kids, I'll stitch on a couch that's in the other room because I sit up straight. So I did go and buy a new chair for my bedroom, and it's a recliner. And what I did, I'm a complete dork, I have a little lap stand. I took that lap stand to the store, and I literally sat in every chair. And I got one that is straight up. It's a little bit wider so that I can put my bags or my dog right here. And then when it reclines, when it goes up, it stays straight. Now it'll go further, but I don't go further. But the way I found my chair was I took my little pink lap stand in the store, and people were probably looking at me like, what are you doing? And I had it, it's from our house, and I just got like a gray leather on it because I wanted to make sure if I spilt my tea or something, I could just wipe it off.
Cool. From Gail Stale, will there be a navy 14 count Aida cloth?
We do have navy right now. It's Witchell, and we also have it in Zweigart.
And let's see. From Meg McLean, question, with so much time spent stitching, how do you deal with hand pain or cramping?
Well, I just deal with it. I don't ever have cramping, but I have noticed that my wrist has been hurting during this. I just keep going. That's kind of my motto. I just do stuff. I don't let anything get in my way. I just kind of go. I don't take aspirin. I'm just kind of one of those people that I push through whatever. I don't know how I do it. But I do stitching in the morning. drive kids places, stitch in the afternoon. So, I don't really know the answer to that.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
A few people want to know what the brand of the chair is.
I got it at our house. I don't know the brand. I could send a picture if y'all want it. It's ARHAUS. The reason I like to shop there is I feel like they have good customer service, and I can text the lady and say, this is what I want, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of my furniture in my house is from there. Now, you could get something if I could have found something at Home Goods, I would have, but they don't usually have recliners at Home Goods. So I do get my furniture, I would say, in my house is our house or Home Goods. If I can get anything at Home Goods, it's going to be at Home Goods. I did buy for my sewing room a little, it's so cute. It's like, it was $3.99. So it's like a little couch, and it was in the kids section. And so my kids sit on the couch with the dog. Oh. I know. So and then I got a little cover that I'm going to put on it so Pinky can't mess it up.
Oh. Okay, and question from Lily Garcia. 2 silly questions for Kimberly. I would love to know, what time does she stitch, and does she stitch 5 or 6 hours in a row? Thank you.
I do whatever I can fit in that day. So like after this, I will stitch probably 20 minutes before we film, and then I will probably order myself lunch. I will pull the shades down in my office, and I will just stitch until today's is done, and then I might start tomorrow's if I have any extra time. Or tonight. I just fit it in when I can. Every day I have is very scheduled, even my weekends. Everything I have is scheduled in my mind of what I need to get done, and just no breaks. There's no breaks. Mm-hmm. There's no crying in baseball. That's what I think. There's just like, you just go, you just get it done.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then we had a couple super chats. First one from Valeria Bauer for $19.99. And Valeria put a little pair that says, thanks for being you. And it's looking at itself with the little man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Valeria.
I don't think our live streams would be complete if she wasn't on here. She's on here every week.
Thank you, Valeria. We appreciate you. And second super chat was from Winona Brewer for $4.99. Thank you, Winona. I love the name Winona, by the way.
I think of Winona Judd.
Oh, I think of Winona Ryder. Is that her last name?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
She's an actress, or was an actress.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to show you now Lori's Stitch-tober. So I do this Stitch-tober in conjunction with Lori, and she has gotten a ton of stuff done also. So the very first one is called Thomas. The pattern designer is Not Forgotten Farms. She is stitching on her Lori Holt Shadow 25 count Lugana and DMC. If you're looking for this pattern, call Shepherd's Bush in Utah. So that is her first thing. So she's got most of it done, not all of it, but a lot of it. And then you can follow her on Instagram. You can see her Instagram name in the bottom left. And then the next thing that she got done this week is she's working on the His and Hers Thanksgiving stockings by Plum Street Samplers. She's using fabric from her stash, using Weeks Dye Works, and we do have the pattern now. And that is so cute. So I'm not sure how she's going to finish it, but that is a lot done in 1 week.
That's awesome.
So that is that. Let me know if y'all have any questions on Lori's, and I'm going to be going to her house in like a month. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Let's see a few questions as we wait for questions about Lori's Stitch-tober to come in. Tina Rudin had said, while in France, I bought Aida that was 5.5 centimeters. Does that make sense that I got 14 count? Anyone who might know?
I would go to Google and I would say, convert 5.5 cm to inches. That's what I do. I Google that kind of stuff.
Yes. And Eileen Gabrovic was reminding everyone to not forget to like and subscribe. Please and thank you. And then Grammy Love said that I should dress up for Halloween next week, and of course Piggy needs to appear in next week's video too.
Is next week Halloween?
Next week is Halloween.
On Wednesday?
Halloween Saturday. So
that's
Halloween
right.
week.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Piggy can come up here. Maybe I can get away with it. I might be able to bring him up here. Mm-hmm. have to have somebody in here to watch them because Denise does not like dogs. So it will not be Denise.
You would have to have a little.
She did meet him though one time. He was good for her.
Okay. From Yvonne Susmuth, I saw Lori's stockings, but they are so tiny. I thought they were full size. What will she use them for?
I think she's probably going to finish them and use them as just a little decoration in her house. I'm sure she's going to show us when she's done. She also has a YouTube channel. It's just called Lori Holt. And so she's going to show like once a month cross stitch and then once a month crochet. And then the rest of it will be quilting.
All right. And then we got another super chat here from Goose Design Denise. And Goose Design, it's for $10. And they said, Miss Gracie says hello. Meow.
Thank you. So Gracie's her little cat. She's a pretty little gray cat.
Yeah.
I've never had a cat as a pet.
I have. I've had two.
You have?
Yeah. They're my parents' cats now.
Oh.
From when I moved from Arizona, but I think they're fun. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm scared of them when they do that.
That's true. That can hurt a little bit. Scratches.
Yeah. So I wanted to show you, Lori has picked her next fabric for her Stitch Card G. So this is, if you are in the club for Stitch Cards, Stitch Card Set G is going to come out in December. These are going to be the DMC colors. I'll turn them over so you can see them. We will have a thread set so you can see that her Stitch Card G looks a little Christmassy. She stitched on parchment 25 count. And if you haven't signed up, sign up now and you will start with set G. If you wanted set F, you just put a note in the comments and we can also do that. So if you're in the club, you get it first and you get it at a little bit of a discount. So I'm excited that we have more Christmas.
Yay.
And we'll definitely be doing something with this set during Jolly July of 2021. Because Lord, can we just get to 2021? Can we just get out of this year? Please, let's just get through this year.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to show you also, put this right here, that there is a new, I want to show you the last few weeks. So this was the very first week of the Holiday Housewives Ornaments. This is Gingerbread Cottage, so I did this one first. This is the next one, Santa's Cookies. And then this is this week's. So this is called Sweet Delivery. And I stitched mine on black. They have designed it to go on aqua. So Lily's going to show you how it looks on aqua. And Calypso from Picture This Plus would look great. We're probably sold out, but more is coming. And this is how they all look together in black. I'm going to keep mine all in black, because I did their first set during Jolly July in black. So I will then at the end of this have 8 total ornaments, and I'll probably get a little tree for it because, you know, I need another tree in my house. Yes. Kevin will just about have a heart attack. Because so the way that we do our trees in our house is we have one in the living room and it's Kevin's tree, so it's not matched. It drives me crazy. Nothing is pretty. None of the ornaments match, and it's all the kids stuff, which is great, but then none of the ornaments match. So that's his tree, and then I have a tree in the bedroom that's more my style, and then we're going to do another one this year. He doesn't know yet, but in the middle of the stairs there's like a area, and I'm going to let the kids do whatever they want there. So this is on our site now. All of these, they're PDFs. They're also on the Etsy shop of Stitching with the Housewives. You can order from wherever you would like. And I will have one next week. So this is one of my finishes this week. They're all going to be small, and I asked Priscilla when she finishes them if she can finish them the same way she did my ornaments from Jolly July, so they will all match. So let me know if you have any questions on that, and then I have something else I'm going to show you before I take a little tiny break.
From Rebecca McMurray, will there be holiday floss biddies?
Yes, there will.
Ooh.
They're downstairs.
Ooh.
Are they on the coming soon page? No. So we have some Christmas ones coming, and we have some Valentine's Day one coming.
Ooh, that's exciting.
And they have little Santa.
Oh,
they're cute.
From Crafting a Plan Live, how do you get your cloth to be so crisp and flat after handling it while stitching? Is it starched or just pressed?
Neither. I literally just either keep it folded up like this. If it's a big piece, I will roll it like this. I do not iron before I start. I only iron at the end, and I just keep it in my bag. Let's see how another, let's see. Like a big one. Sometimes I roll this, sometimes I just throw it in. I don't know. I just don't crumple it up, but I just leave it flat or rolled up. I don't know how I keep it flat. But I don't iron it. I definitely do not starch it. I would definitely not starch your Aida.
A few people are wondering if they will get to see your Christmas trees.
Oh, I can take pictures of them if Denise reminds me. But I don't know when we're going to decorate. I don't know. Yeah.
And then Stitchy Widget says, how soon for the stitching with the Housewives shirt?
2 weeks. And for them, check our site next Monday, and there's going to be something else. Speaking of them, I wanted to show you last year there was a series called Chalkful. Hands-on Design published the patterns, and Priscilla is the designer, and I finished all 7. So I thought it would be fun to just show you all 7 of mine completed before I take them back home. So this is the first one. It was Harvest. And I have this one out in my house right now, so it's going to go right back up. And Priscilla finished all of these for me. Thank you, Priscilla and Chelsea. This is Boo. And I stitched all of these on 14 count chalkboard black. I stitched, on this one, I stitched all my pumpkins in Pumpkin Harvest. I changed Jobelan Bay to Deep Fennel, and I did use 2 strands on the jar. This frame right here is a frame from Layla May Designs. The next one is Mary. Stitched on 14 count chalkboard black again. I used 2 strands on the jar, so Priscilla used 1 so it would look a little bit lighter. I used the Called For Classic Colorworks, and the Gentle Arts is the chalk. This frame is from Hobby Lobby. The SKU number is 0619. And this is the pattern. I forgot to show it. We also have a pattern set of these now that it's all complete. Oops, I just messed something up. This next one is called Snowy. And here it is. I changed Caribbean Waters to Deep Fennel. I didn't stitch the eyebrows. And this is a little frame from Hobby Lobby. The number is not sure. I think it's discontinued. It's been a while. And the next one is Hip Hop.
Ooh.
And I have shown all of these before, but Denise and I thought it would be fun to show them all together.
Yeah.
I stitched the jar again with 2 strands. I didn't stitch. Oh, I did do the whiskers. Huh? And the frame is from Hobby Lobby. The number is 5793393, and I didn't change any colors on this one. So this will be for Easter. The next one is Bloom. And on this one, I made a lot of changes. I did not stitch the jar red. I just reversed the aqua in the red. So wherever the red is, I made aqua. And wherever the aqua was, I made red. So I switched these 2 colors. Because see, here it's aqua flowers, red jar. I made mine aqua jar, red flowers. I didn't add the Smyrnas. And this container is from Hobby Lobby. The number is 5255393. I don't know why I didn't add the Smyrnas to this one, but I didn't. I have no idea why I didn't. And then the very last one, so there's 7 of these, it's called Liberty. And this is the last one that I stitched. And I didn't change any of the colors. I did do the jar in 2 strands, and this frame is from Hobby Lobby. The SKU number is 5720842. And she used her Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. They're also Chelsea's. And this is the Large Cloud Vintage Trim by Lori Holt. And again, on all of these, I stitched on 14 count chalkboard black. All of them I stitched 2 strands in the jar except for the first one, because what happened was when I got to the second one, I forgot that you were supposed to do 1 strand, so I just did 2 strands, and then I just kept going with 2 strands. And so I just thought that would be fun to show now that all 7 are done, and it's like a series. I thought it would be fun to show. And also, if you have any questions, let me know. And it's a great way for you to see that as you're stitching, you can change colors. You can do whatever you want to do. You can leave stuff off. It just like when it said I left off the Smyrnas. I have no idea why I left them off, but there's a reason why. But it's been so long, I can't remember.
From Crafting a Planned Life, how do you come up with the ideas of how to do the finishes?
Oh, I don't do any of it. I send it to Priscilla, and Priscilla finishes it. So every now and then, Denise and I will go to Hobby Lobby and just find stuff we like frames or trays or anything, and we just mail her a big shipment. And if we don't, we'll send, I need to send her a gift card probably because she's done a bunch. But she does them for me for free. So she's so nice, because I couldn't do any of these finishes. And then the finishes that we're going to show for Lori's 2 finishes, we're going to show, and Lori came up with the ideas, and she just walked Denise through it. So then Denise will just walk me through what to do. Usually we just send Lori's to Lori, and Lori finishes them, but we were on a tight turnaround. So finishing, I will say I will take no credit for any of that.
Lots of people are asking, what's a Smyrna?
Okay, this one doesn't. Let's see. Nope, these don't have it. These 2 don't have them.
Yes, and Smyrna is spelled Smyrna.
Okay, and we do have a video on our channel where Cheryl shows how to do it. So if you zoom in, oh, here they are. These brown stitches are a Smyrna. Now, if you read the instructions, Hands On Design does the cross first, and then the plus sign on top. I think they look better if you do the plus sign first and then the cross stitch on top. So it's basically 4 stitches, 2 stitches by 2 stitches, and it's basically a plus sign and a cross stitch. I do the plus sign first, then the cross stitch on top. Some people do it the opposite way, but this is the way that I think looks best. And there are instructions on the Hands On Design pattern on how to do them, and we have a video from Cheryl on how she does them. And that's how I came up with the idea to do the cross stitch on top, because that's how Cheryl does it.
Yeah, it's like a little star. Someone in here said asterisk.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah, it's a little asterisk.
We should just call it an asterisk stitch.
Asterisk. Maybe it's the tongue-tied part of it. That's why it's called Smyrna.
Yeah.
Okay, from Gail Stale, love them all and so cute. Do you switch them out seasonally?
I do. So what I had to do, I have this piece of furniture that I actually bought for my front room, and the reason I bought it is it had storage. And I had so many cross stitches in there that I couldn't find anything. So what I did is I went to Home Depot, I found some shelves that were reasonably priced, ordered them online at homedepot.com, and I showed them in a previous video. But I keep all my Valentines together, Christmas together, Halloween together, fall together. So when we decided to do this, it was easy to find everything I needed. I brought it, and then Denise said, oh, you're missing one. So then I went back to that section, found it, and brought it. So I do keep them organized. I keep all my cottages of the month in one section. So anything that's like a series, if it's monthly, I might keep it together, but anything that's like this hip hop, harvest, chock full, all this, I keep it by season. And If it was just me doing this at home, I probably wouldn't be as organized, but because it's work, I keep it organized so that I know where every piece is. I do need to do a spreadsheet. I was kind of thinking about maybe doing it in December where I have every piece and then I list where it is. Like, is it at home? Is it at work? Because I have a lot of pieces here, but I don't have time right now to do it.
From Kim Fuller, when you say you stitch with 2 threads, does that mean the rest is done with 1 thread?
No. I use 2 strands on 14 count. Cheryl also uses 2 strands. The difference is Cheryl keeps her Weeks Dye Works, Classic Colorworks, or Gentle Art. She keeps the 2 strands together and she stitches 1x at a time. I do the loop method where you take 1 strand, you loop it together and you stitch. You get much less variegation and it's quicker, and so for me, I've got to go quick. And we're going to do some beginner series at the beginning of the year where I can talk through all of these things. And we're also going to do something else that will also be helping. I just don't want to give away what I'm doing yet.
From Carrie Dacing, would Fat Quarter Shop consider doing an advent box for cross stitch in the future?
It's really hard to do that. We have tried to do that for quilting and it's almost just too hard. So I would say no, just because of logistics and shipping and yeah. Also getting it in a box, I don't know.
Margaret McLean says, is there a color like chalkboard black in 25 count Lugana?
No. And there's a 25 count Lugana that's called Blackboard. That's by Lori Holt, but it's black. And the chalkboard black is more of, it's got a little bit of gray in it.
From Princess P. Holly Martin, Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube, my weekly question, when can we expect a storage container for the floss biddies? I love them.
We have requested samples and they have not arrived yet, so it's going to be a while out. I can tell you the container box for stitch cards will come before that because we're actually much further along in the prototype.
From Alicia Mueller, will the Stitch Quarterly Club continue for 2021?
Yeah, it will just keep going. So she's going to go all the way to Z. And then once we get to Z, I don't know what we'll do, if we'll just go back. I don't know what we'll do, if we'll go AA, BB. But yeah, she's going to do them every quarter, and she's just going to keep going. Some will be seasonal, some won't. Some will be quilt blogs. They're going to be whatever she thinks is great. The next ones are great, I can tell you. I've already seen them.
And about the person that was asking about 1 and 2 strands, Ann Inga Kauslerich said she may have been asking a question about the mason jar cross stitch patterns where you use 1 thread for the jars.
Okay, I'll show you. You're right. Okay, so here we go. This is the first one that I did. And I followed the instructions and used 1 strand. So you can see it's light. The next one, I mean, I don't know exactly what order, but I forgot. I didn't intentionally do 2. I just forgot. And then Denise told me what I did. And I was like, well, I'm not unpicking it. So I just left it. So this gives it more of a see-through look. And on this one, only the jar calls for 1 stitch so that you get that look. So it was something that Kathy and Priscilla came up with to get the look of a jar. So you can see this doesn't look as much like a jar.
Okay.
So that, sorry for the confusion.
I understand.
So it just gives it a less coverage and more of the black comes through, more like a jar would because the jar is see-through.
Mm-hmm. And for when you do the loop method and you say you do 2 strands, does that mean 4 strands total?
I start with 1 strand, I loop it, it becomes 2. And all of that in January, I'm going to be showing everything because y'all are asking like how I do this, how I do that. I'm just going to show you. So we're going to start that in 2021.
All right. And from Susan Mole, why would you use 28 count over 2 versus 8 to 14 count?
Okay. So can I have mine that's like this? Okay. So this is, most people who cross stitch, they just decide what they like. Oh, it's right here. Sorry. It's in here. Do you remember what the bag looks like? Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's all personal preference. So when you look at what Cheryl stitches every week, you're going to notice she uses 28, 32, 36 count. You can't see the holes as much. It looks more vintage. This is Aida. You can see the holes more. It's really what you prefer. I have decided that for 2021, I'm going to go all Aida. No more 25 count, linen, nothing. Because I cannot go fast. So I have decided, and I don't mind, I like the Aida look. So it really depends what you enjoy. So I've decided I like Aida. I still like the 25 count Lugana. I might use it every now and then, but I'm not ever doing 28 count again. I can't see it. I don't enjoy it. So I would say linen or Lugana looks more like an artwork. But I can tell you, anybody coming in my house, they have no idea. They just think it looks cute. Like my sister-in-law's like, oh, I like the cross stitch. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, really nobody's coming to my house right now anyway, but it was so funny. I had a kind of an argument. I'll tell you the story. It's funny. It really bothered me, but I don't know if I should even tell the story. I was at an event for my best friend's birthday. I hadn't seen him in 9 months. One of the ladies there was like, why don't you just she was like trying to tell me something about my house. And I was like, I wouldn't put that in my house. That would, I'm not even going to say what, but I was like, that would look ugly. My house would be ugly. And I was thinking, you haven't even seen my house. You don't even know. And then she said, well, you know, nobody comes over because of COVID. I'm like, lady, I care what my house looks like. Like,
You're gonna see it.
like, I'm like, I don't know what you're doing at your house, but at my house, it has to look a certain way. But I was really mad. I was like, what is she trying to tell me how to decorate my house? She hasn't even been to my house. If she came to my house, she'd be jealous of my house because she'd be like, oh my God, it looks so good. Yeah, I do care how my house looks. And for example, like our maid only comes every other week. Well, this morning I was like, ooh, these floors are looking a little sloppy. So today I'm going to make a little phone call at 3 o'clock when school's over and be like, back in the house. So I'm going to take a tiny break. Lily's going to come in and show you her stitching, and I'll be right back.
Intermission time. Woo. The intermission music changes every week. Hi everyone, I'm Lilly. I am videographer here behind the camera, as most of you know, but I recently started cross-stitching, and I am also going to tell you about the flash sales for today. So let me cut to our top camera here real quick. And where are the flash sales? Sorry. Oh, they're right on top. I see them. My bad. Okay, here we go. So flash sales for today, we have Smiling Jack cross-stitch pattern by Bend Creek. That's so fun. I love these. They're so like silly with the big teeth and the white eyes. I can't tell if he's happy or excited or upset or all of the above, but I love it. And then next flash sale for today is When Skeletons Dance cross-stitch pattern by The Drawn Thread. That's a cool T in their logo. That one's also a lot of fun. I love the witch and the cat at the top and bottom. And for my stitching, I have been working on this pattern. It's called Farm Fresh and Homegrown by Tiny Modernist. There's Tiny Modernist. And I've changed some of the colors. I kind of talked about it in the past couple weeks where the thread I picked for this, I just kind of went to Michael's at the beginning of quarantine and picked random things that they had in stock. If you compare it to last week, you'll see I haven't gotten a lot further in my stitching. And I've been working on some quilting things. I am not up to the level of organization and getting things done as Kimberly is, so I have a lot to aspire to there, but I'm definitely proud of my stitching and the progress I'm making right now. And I've got a little pumpkin needle minder that we actually carry, and I think it's perfect for the season right now. But yeah, so that is what I am working on. And what else is happening right now? I already have a ton of cross-stitch patterns in my cart that I kind of want to start working on for November, December, so I'm like, I should hurry up and finish this one. And I've also got like all the threads in there. I think I'm going to start trying the hand-dyed threads. I'm a little nervous about it just because they're more expensive and I want to make sure I do it right, but I'm also very excited. And then, oh, someone had been asking about Halloween and costumes. So I'm working on a costume to wear. I would be wearing it not on our Flosstube, but on our quilting side because it's a little closer to Halloween. We will be doing that live stream on October 29th, which is a Thursday, instead of October 30th. But if you want to see what I end up coming up with, because right now I'm kind of waiting for parts to come together for that costume, then tune in over there that day. And maybe I'll probably wear some cute Halloween things on Flosstube for that week. And Kimberly's back, so I'm going to give her back the floor. Intermission for cross stitch.
And look, I have a cute little mask that one of our viewers made.
Oh,
it's so cute.
Pat Ryman Schneider. Thank you, Pat.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I've already washed it like, I think 3 times.
Ooh, it's holding up really well.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've already washed it because like I just do we have this quick where you can do quick. So I'll just wash, we went, for Kevin's birthday. So then after we got home, I wanted to wash everybody's masks. So I just do it on the quick. So for whips this week, we have a lot of whips. So this is Hollow's Eve Haunting by Autumn Lane. So this is the pattern. Cheryl, of course, is stitching this, and I've shown, we started showing this last week, and we're going to show her progress each week. So she's stitching with the called for DMC. This is 32 count Murky Lugana by Picture This Plus. She's got a lot done. So when you see what she gets done just as much as I do. So pretty. So this is the first one. The next one she's stitching on the same fabric. This is Halloween Quaker. This one I haven't shown yet. This is a new one. So this is by Lila Studio. So she started in the top left corner. And when you buy Picture This Plus, it does come with the serging on it. And you can see she had a big piece because she cut it. So she buys big pieces and then cuts it down. So that's what Cheryl has worked on this week. Well, part of it. I'm going to show you one other in a second. And here's her back. Look how awesome it looks. It's so pretty. The next one, Ashley finished, not finished, but she finished the house. So this is Mistletoe Lane by Fat Quarter Shop. She is stitching this on 14 count Graceful Gray from Witchell. And she's using the called for DMC. And look, she finished her house. So she's just got the tree and the little gifts. So maybe she'll be done next week.
Yeah, Ashley.
I know, it looks good, right?
Mm-hmm. The sheep looks like it's part of it, like it should be standing on top of the tree.
The sheep's on the tree. And then the next one is by Christina, and she helps fill orders in the warehouse. This is Halloween Critter Trio. And so you can see she's making it super big. She's stitching on Lori Holt's 10 count farmhouse. And she's using a combination of Cosmo and DMC. And we put her changes in the description box. So if you want to change yours. So, let's see. She's right here. Like on the outline of the bat. So I don't know if she's going to do all of them. But that is what Christina is working on. And then the next one is by Cheryl. This is a stitched finish. This is Quaker Pumpkin. So we've been showing this for about a month, and she's all done.
Oh my.
I know. Look at how
it
pretty
looks
it
so
is.
good.
It does. It's like artwork.
Wow.
She's using Called for Weeks Dye Works, 32 count vintage smoky white Belfast, and she is going to take it and get it framed. So once she has it framed, we're going to show it again. Let's see. You can see the edge. Look how pretty it is. This would look so good in my house. Oh my goodness, I might have to stitch it. Maybe next year for Stitch-tober I'll have to stitch it. And then one more is a framed finish that I did. This is our April Snapshots Club. Now Pine Mountain Designs, she has a lot of cross stitch, and I'm actually going to be meeting with her when I go up to Utah to see Lori, so that we can look. I'm going to look through all of her cross stitch so that we can offer more of it. And so this is the club. When you get the club, you will see that we've changed the colors, and we put a conversion guide in there for you. This is stitched on 10 count farmhouse, which is Lori Holt's. The reason we did that is it's like a snapshot. This is a frame from Hobby Lobby. I did leave the glass in. So that is our club, and you can see I showed it last week and I forgot the whiskers, and Denise was so nice, she finished it for me. And next week we're going to show you January, February, March, April, and May. So if you're on the fence about joining the club, you will be able to see the first 5. I will also be starting June this week, so we can show you that. And then the last that we have, there's two new things. The very first one, this just came in. These are Waxing Moon Designs Santa Trio. So they have a lot of trios. You saw one earlier, but they have like Halloween, fall, Valentine's Day. So this is a new pattern. And then this is called Homegrown. And this was our very first Stitch Quarterly design that went into our club. And now it is available as a PDF. Yay. Priscilla finished this one for me. And I brought it from home. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I brought this one from home. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, so this was in my car this morning. That's how much, I just cannot even remember. So this usually is in, my kitchen is yellow and gray. So even though this isn't gray, it fits in nicely. This usually sits on the fireplace in my kitchen. It's one of those like fake fireplaces, like it doesn't really work. You know what I mean? Like it's just got the little stuff. So this usually sits on top of the fireplace when it's not fall or Christmas. And then this is a version that we did on our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Yes. And this is the one that I think Cheryl might have stitched. Yeah. And so this is available as a PDF, and the video is called How to Turn Cross Stitch into a Zippered Pillow. So if you want to see how to take any of your cross stitch and put it in a pillow, we have filmed this video for you.
So cute.
Okay. And then we also have this video that we put out a couple of weeks ago. It's called No Sew Shannon Cuddle Pumpkin. And you can make this for under $20. So what Cody did is she got a foam pumpkin from Hobby Lobby. You can pull this off. I show you how to hot glue it all down and put the little put this back in. And so this is like you can do this for under $20. So cute. I'm gonna have to take some of these home.
And the video is on the quilting channel.
Oh, sorry. Yes, the video is on the quilting channel. So we have Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube, which is here, which is our cross stitch, and then Fat Quarter Shop. Subscribe to both.
Yes, please and thank you.
And we do Wednesday live streams on cross stitch, Friday live streams on quilting, and then we sprinkle in videos throughout. We usually have a lot more videos, but due to COVID, we don't have any guests coming in.
Mm-hmm. All right, lots of questions here.
Okay.
From Grammy Love, why is 28 count Lugana easier than other higher count cloth?
Because it's similar to 14 count and the holes are easier to see. So if you, can I compare a 28 and a 36? Okay, So this, for example, is 28 count. So there are 28 holes every inch. This is 32 count. So this is 32 holes every inch. So this has more holes per inch, but you can't see the holes. But you can see the intricate work that Cheryl can get done with that. And also Lori stitches on this kind of stuff too. And we will be adding more counts as we go. But you know, the higher the count, the more stitches there are per inch. There is 100% no way I could do this. Like I can't even see the holes. With my Halo Go, I could see it, but I think it would strain my eyes and it would take me forever, and I don't have time for forever. So, and I love 14 count. And I'm just okay with saying, hey, I like Aida. I'm gonna do all Aida 2021, nothing else. Aida. And I'm going to be going to a couple of cross-stitch stores. I'm going to be going to 3 cross-stitch stores over the next 2 months so that I can find more ideas for Aida and, you know, support local, all that.
From Gourmet Law, when Kimberly stitches on 25 count Lugana, does she stitch 2 over 2?
Yes. You can do 1 over 1, and Jan Hicks has been doing that on her channel. And her channel is Jan Hicks Creates. And if you have questions, definitely ask her. And I'm going to get to meet her in a week and a half. I'm waiting for the dance schedule to come out. It's supposed to come out tomorrow. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm so like, I do not want to go. I mean, I want to go meet Jan, but I do not want to go to the dance convention. Just because I'm so worried about COVID. I mean, even the doctor's office, I was freaking out. And I will tell y'all, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about Kevin's birthday dinner because somebody asked. So there's a restaurant near our house, very near our house. I've only been once. I went right when COVID started because I kind of thought that our business was going to crumble and I was going to have to lay off all these people. And I was really just like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? So I went to lunch by myself. Nothing better than going to lunch by yourself, guys, let me tell you. So I went and I had a fancy meal. And because I thought, okay, this might be the last fancy meal I have ever. I had wine and it was a great experience. It was fine. It was lunch. So I thought Kevin will like this. It's near the house. We won't have to go downtown. You know, we won't, because we're not going to valet a car, and I don't want my kids like having to walk all over downtown because it might not be safe. So I'm thinking, okay, we'll go to this restaurant. There was 0 social distancing. If it was not his birthday, we would have walked out. I was not happy, and my kids were freaking out because we don't really go anywhere. So I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm just not going anywhere for a long time now because I'm like, I've been around too many people with the doctor's office. Well, because the doctor's office, I had several appointments. Like I had a mammogram. Because my other mammogram that I was going to the other month, I walked out of the appointment because there was too many people. So I was like yesterday, like, oh my goodness, we've got to get this doctor's appointments over with. I'm just not like comfortable with all this stuff.
Yeah.
So the dance convention, I did get a room where I could walk outside from my room so that at least I can like walk outside because I don't want to be walking inside. I'm so nervous.
From Yvonne Susmuth. Oh, she was asking about, she said, are you going to tell us that there will be a golden ticket with your shirt? Because I'm wearing a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory shirt.
Oh, is
That's
that part
funny.
of the movie?
It's this one's from the book, actually.
I don't know. Denise is like looking, I don't watch movies or read books. I have no idea what she's talking about.
No golden ticket today. I'm just a big fan of the book and the movies.
What do you get with the golden ticket?
It's so Willy Wonka, what he does in the movie, he owns a chocolate factory, and it's the most prestigious chocolate factory in the world, or whatever. And he sends 5 golden tickets in his chocolate bars, and the 5 kids that find them get a trip to his factory. So it's like the chance of a lifetime kind of thing. So it's a metaphor. Like if you get a golden ticket, it's chance of a lifetime. Yes, but it turns out like he was trying to pick a kid to be his heir of his chocolate factory empire because he has no kids.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the story.
Oh.
Yes.
See, I don't watch movies.
Okay. And from Chris Yu, question, everyone may know this, LOL, I'm curious. I've seen a photo of the exterior of Fat Quarter Shop and love the concrete quilt block pattern. Whose wonderful idea was that?
Wow. So, when you build a building, you have to hire an architect. So when the architect, they presented Kevin and I all these ideas, and they were wild. And they were like way out there, and Kevin and I are like, no. No. So we said, let's go back to the drawing board. I literally went back to my desk, got an electric quilt, drew out some blocks, gave it to Jocelyn, and said, Jocelyn, color this. So on the outside of the building is 3 paints, light, medium, dark. One of the stars is not painted correctly, but only I know, and now everybody else knows.
Oh.
Lily didn't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah, one of them is not done the way that that Jocelyn drew it.
Oh.
But yeah, when we built the building, but the architect had all these like crazy ideas, and Kevin and I are like, no. Kevin and I are very simple people. Very simple. I don't like a lot of fancy stuff. Well, I mean, I kind of do, but Kevin definitely doesn't. So I don't know. We just wanted something very like plain. Our name is not on the building. We always get complaints from delivery drivers. There's a reason there's not a thing on the door because we like to keep it private, I guess. So I guess it was my idea, but Jocelyn kind of took it from there and decided where the light, medium, dark went. And there's one square. That's not right.
Huh. Now I want to look at it and figure it out. Yeah.
Well, you'll have to ask Jocelyn which one. But they had painted it.
Uh-huh.
Kevin noticed, because Kevin, he will notice anything. His memory is, he will notice anything. Trust me. So he knows which one it is. And he asked me, do you want to repaint it? And I said, no.
All right, question from Yvonne Susmuth. Is 32 count Belfast an even weave or a linen?
Linen. And Denise just answered that because I have no idea.
From Lisa Six Norton, I just received my cobweb Aida from the monthly club. I love it, but what would you suggest for a pattern to stitch on it?
Okay, in there's an insert that has it's a little paper, like a little postcard, and Denise put 3 patterns on there for ideas. So look for that piece of paper.
From JP Thompson, for the Snapshot series, will y'all make the color substitutions available if you're not part of the club?
Yes, we will. We're going to put it on the blog after our club members have received their shipment so that they get that first. But yes, we are going to, so you can do whatever, if you want to do that at home.
From R. Elemen, when you start in a corner, how do you know when to start? Or where to start, sorry.
I usually go 2 inches in. I don't have my little cross stitch. I have a little cross stitch guide that I use, and it has a 2-inch mark. I start 2 inches from the top left corner. Sometimes I'll do like an inch, like on my ornaments. Let me see my ornaments. So my ornaments, my goal with all the ornaments I'm doing with Priscilla and Chelsea is to use leftovers. Thank you. So these, you can see they're all just random. And these were just leftovers, so you can see I have a lot left up here. These are only an inch. And the reason why, and you can see I have more over here, because these are just leftovers from when I did Chalkful or Trucking Along. I leave all the little pieces, and then I count, and I do a lot less. Like this isn't, I don't even know if that's an inch. But that I'm spending 0 money on except for buying the PDF from Priscilla and Chelsea. But I just want to use leftovers.
From Sarah Pat Daniel, will you be doing any filming with Lori Holt when you visit? Would love to see you and her in her studio.
So on Friday, the Friday that I'm there, we're going to do kind of like a little video. It's not going to be live, but she has something planned. And it'll be on her channel only.
Excellent.
I don't know how long it'll be, but we'll see. I don't know. Her daughter's going to film it.
Ooh.
So ask Lori what I'm going to do. I just do what Lori tells me. We have the whole trip planned out. Everything is planned. Lori planned it all. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go.
Yay. Colleen Isaac says, any hints about Next Stitch Quarterly?
We'll show it next week.
Yes. You get a tiny chuckle from Denise the Floss Whisperer this week.
I will say, I can say that it was my idea. That one was my idea.
Ooh.
Because I have a picture that I got at Kirkland's, and I said, let's do something. It's not copied from it, but it's like the idea. It was an idea I took from something and said, okay, let's do something similar. And I will say, okay, I will tell you this. Okay, Kirkland's is one of my favorite stores because you can get decorations for really inexpensive, especially when they have a sale. So the only one here is in Cedar Park, which is super far from my house, and San Marcos, which is super far from my house. I'm not driving to either, too far. So I told Lori, I was like, well, when I come, we can go to Kirkland's. And she was like, no, we can't. They closed. I know. So the one that's I was so excited. So we're not going to be able to go to Kirkland's. Aww. But Emma does have some kind of dance thing in May. So I can go to Kirkland's then. It's right by Denise's house, I think. Yeah. But I don't know. Right now, I don't know. I don't really want to go anywhere. I want to go see Lori. That's about it. I don't want to go to the dance convention. I'm going to go. But it's very confusing because I don't even know if I'm going to get to see her dance because it's limited capacity. So I don't know. I don't even know if I can see her solo, which they're like, oh, you can watch it on Zoom. I'm like, Denise or Lilly or Kevin's not going to be there to hook up my computer. I don't know how to do it. So I don't even know that I'm going to get to see her dance or anything. And that's why I go. And I can tell you, if I'm in my hotel room trying to watch it, I'm not going to be able to figure it out. Kevin got mad at me the other day. He was like, you just don't read anything. You just want us to figure it out. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't read anything. I don't read manuals. I don't read any of that stuff. I just want somebody to show me. I did Google something the other day, and I still couldn't figure it out.
Oh.
It's something I'm gonna ask Lilly after. I'm gonna ask her how to do it on Spotify.
Okay. And a few people are asking about the Let's Talk Fall and other seasons, if you think there will be a Let's Talk winter.
Okay, so she's gonna have 4 holidays. I have not seen the next 4, but I can guarantee I'm probably gonna stitch all 4 of them because I like the idea of it. I like the text. She did do a tease in one of her newsletters, on Hands-On Design newsletter. I can't remember exactly what it said, but there was a tease and there was a list of colors, I believe, for shops. So Denise ordered so that we can do kits for that. But I don't remember. It was kind of a while ago. But she's going to have 4 seasons, and we will have all of them. We will kit all of them.
All right, and I do see a few people in the chat were trying to see what the building looked like from the outside. It is on Google Maps if you type in our address so you can see it.
Oh my God, Lilly, no.
Well,
No.
I will say we don't, we're online only, so there's no visitors allowed.
Yeah, don't look.
Yeah.
We don't really like people to know where we're at or anything.
So yes, that is my comment there.
No, Lilly, no. No, do not Google it.
Don't Google it. We can post a picture of it, maybe?
Well, people are going to do it now anyway.
Okay.
I mean, it's what it is. But just don't come, because if you come, you definitely can't come in.
Yeah.
We can't do it even without COVID because insurance coverage. Mm-hmm. So when you have insurance coverage, there are very strict rules on stuff. So if we had like a customer come in, our insurance policy could be canceled. Mm-hmm. It's that kind of thing. So we can't, yeah.
Yes. And then I just
want
to...
Oh my God.
My bad.
It's on the blog. There's some pictures on the blog.
Oh yeah, there's pictures on the blog.
Yeah, that's
there
where
you
they saw it, I think.
Yeah. I want to add a little anecdote because someone had commented earlier that I missed the part about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that you also get a lifetime supply of chocolate when you win.
Oh, okay.
There's that. And also anecdote from me, when I was in 4th grade and became obsessed with this book, people started calling me Lilly Wonka. So
that's why you have that thing on Facebook.
Yes, that's where that comes from.
Yes. So guys, have a great week. I'm going to get busy stitching on Stitch-tober, and I'll see you guys next week.
Bye everyone.